sizes. We should give a big shout out to everyone who's actually here playing with us today. We have some members of the test team, people from the franchise team, other people from within the studio here at 343 came in on the weekend to play a little Halo 4 and show it off to everyone there at home. Whose perspective we're going to be watching?
Today we're actually watching Vartan. You guys, if you checked out the Majestic stream, right away you will recognize that Vartan is our player from the same stream. He's an excellent player, and it's really a privilege to watch him because he's been playing these maps with the test team for months.
And he definitely just got a fortunate spawn there, right near the rockets. Definitely cleared out that, and he's going to try to get those rockets. He's got them. He's got his jetpacks. He's going to kind of kill over the cover, use it effectively, gets a quick rocket kill. Definitely his team's in a good spot. Misses the short there rocket kill, but it's 2v1. His teammate helped out. He was able to pick up the headshot. Yeah. So Purple's out to the lead, 4 kills right at the beginning, 40 to 30. Definitely a good spot. And they're hanging out in this reactor area. They know enemies are going to go. He knows other players are going to be filtering towards him, and he's got that rocket launcher waiting for him. So we'll see how that plays out for the rest of this match.
Yeah, right here he's pushing in. You see he's probably going to pick up these kills. Oh, and it looks like, oh my goodness, that was a grenade.
Yeah.
Totally redirected that rocket. That's not something you see all the time in Halo 4. Common in past Halo titles, but that right there, I haven't seen too many rockets get redirected. That was...
Of course, that didn't help his teammate from getting killed. He still got a little scared there on the side, but was able to take him out. But he's in a pretty good spot here. Rockets are out, I believe, at this point.
Yeah, they are.
And he's lost a lead. So green team holding it up 70 to 60. He's going to try to tie it up. Unfortunately, can't decide who he's going to shoot.
It looks like he doesn't pick up either of those kills. He's actually now down by 1. Take a look at the contrast here of this beautiful purple armor along with the Arctic BR. Brand new for multi-team. The first time we've actually seen that in Halo 4 matchmaking.
It's quite frightening how much time he spends coordinating his camo and his weapon to his armor set in game.
Yeah, yes. He had to come in, I think, like around 9 a.m. this morning to make sure everything looked good with his armor and his emblem and everything. But actually, we've seen so far, Vartan has been pretty much around the reactor almost the entire game, partly due to spawns, but that also might be a conscious decision on his part.
Yeah, and it was working out earlier, but once he has rocket launcher, from now on, his team seems to be kind of leaving him alone. So he's running into a lot of situations where it's 1v2, 1v3, 1v4, and those are not winning situations for anyone, even someone of Vartan's skill level.
Yeah, Vartan definitely one of the great players here in studio. He always punishes people on the test team who do make mistakes whenever they're doing play tests.
Vartan shuns the conch rifle. It decides to go in on with the BR. Unfortunately, didn't work out for him this time. We'll see how it plays out the rest of the
match. He might go for it once again. He can undoubtedly hear you over his headset. So let's see if he grabs it again. He might just not grab it to spite you. Now
definitely a fortunate spawn there. Was able to pick out green.
Gets a nice board, and it's hijacked. Let's see, but it wasn't his own EMP, so probably wouldn't have gotten that achievement had he been playing in matchmaking this week.
It looks like he just got an ordnance drop. He can call on the Sol, speed boost, or some more frag grenades. He's going to go with speed boost. Definitely a good choice on a bigger map like this. You can move around, get in and out of cover really quick, take out some teammates. Oh, it looks like a rail gun, I'm assuming. Oh, no, it looks like it was a DMR from the side. They picked him off there.
That concussion rifle's still up for grabs there. Feel free, if you guys, we do have a chat window open here on one of our monitors. If you guys have any questions, feel free to pop those into the chat. We'll be able to address those, whether they be map related or matchmaking related. We'll be happy to join those. And speaking of thanking everyone who's with us here today, thank you guys for tuning in today to the Halo 4 Castle map pack stream. We're live today in studio at 343, showing off this map pack before it goes live tomorrow morning. Now, Vartan becoming a victim of the PV beam rifle combo.
Normally he's on the other side of that engagement with the beam rifle, but once again, we want to point out real quick, we are going to be giving out 10 Castle Map Pack codes early here today for people that are watching the stream on the twitchtv.com/343industries. You can find the link for the click to tweet. Use that. It includes the Halo 4 Castle hashtag. We're going to be picking 10 random people who've tweeted that hashtag out today to get early access to the Castle Map Pack. Definitely recommend, if you get that early access, send invites to all your friends without early access because they love it and they'll have a good time watching you play the Castle Map Pack from their guide button. Definitely a poor spawn for the I believe, green team. Vartan's going to move in on that enemy, but looks like they got cleared out. Someone got damage boost on the side. You may want to back into cover and not stay out there out in the open. Fortunately, or say unfortunately for that one guy right there, kind of got stuck on the open in between Vartan
and a
blue team.
A stick there from the sword players. You see this right here on his death cam right there. Really nice stick to go around the corner. A nice play there. Vartan having a little bit of a. Looks like we have the blue team as well as the green team, who are both kind of neck and neck. A little bit surprised to see in the test games we played. Vartan's team was team. Purple was always coming over the lead, but now...
I have a feeling some of the testers may have been sandbagging earlier, because let's not forget, after the last live stream, there was a lot of smack talk going around the studio, and Vartan may have been heading up some of that, so I think we're seeing the beginnings of some sweet revenge here today on this Castle Map Pack live stream.
I think so, too. Vartan constantly fighting back, though. It seems like it's been a 1 or 2 kill game throughout the entire match. But like we said, David, this map, as you can see, one of the larger maps within Halo 4, but really always action. Whenever you spawn right away, there's a bunch of teams fighting. It's kind of cool how we see this combat really centered in several areas at different times throughout the match.
Once again, like multi-team, like FFA, sometimes be a cruel mistress. Maybe you get spawned behind some people with their back to you, like you see right here, in a decent spot, able to take out, nope, doesn't quite get the last shot off to take them out, so yellow team sticks together, is able to take Barton out.
Yep, so if you guys are having trouble, just make sure you use that Halo4Castle hashtag on Twitter. We're going to be tracking the usage of that hashtag. Go ahead and also share the stream link with your friends. If you're using the old twitch.tv layout, you can simply click the share button. It'll pop up a quick short link for you to share.
Someone seems a little confused. They were asking if we were using the Halo440 hashtag. Unfortunately, common misconception.
Sure, I can understand why they might have been confused.
People love the 4 key, but in fact, you won't actually win any map packs for that.
Yeah.
But all your friends on Twitter will think you're a cool person.
Yeah, so it's trade-off.
It's up to you. Yeah,
absolutely. So I think we saw some questions earlier. Someone had asked. Let's see if we can find a few.
Actually, secretly, Barton's purple team is taking the lead back right here, up 270. Actually, it's tied green team once again. Oh, takes the lead once again, 280, 270. Clutch kill right there. I hear one of the other guys complaining that maybe he wasn't getting the support from his teammate that he needed. But Barton, definitely a good spot. He's got the reactor. He's got ordnance drop, calling in railgun. Definitely the one I would go with at this point because you can do a lot of damage really quick. Almost confuses them with the hologram, but not quite enough.
Yeah, a really nice job there to time that cancellation of the railgun in time so as to not waste it. But then he just goes ahead and wastes that second one, so maybe it wasn't that big.
It's interesting, early on in the match, we were seeing him use rockets with his jetpack. Since then, we haven't seen him use that nor switch to a different loadout with a different arm abilities.
It's probably one of the advantages of being a tester, since you do have to play through the entirety of Halo 4 Sandbox. You probably get pretty good with all. But I do recall the question that I saw earlier in the chat. Someone was asking about the Arctic VR skin, and that was actually, I believe, a pre-order bonus. I believe it was a GameStop pre-order. So that's exactly how players were able to get that. If you do see that in matchmaking, but of course, if you kill someone with an Arctic VR,
you get it for free right there.
You snag that
until you die the next time we'll run out.
You better not die for the rest of the match.
Definitely is a good spot here with the railgun, using it effectively. Yep. Last railgun kill. I think he's out with that. Switching over to the SAW, which we saw him earlier, was also really successful with that. Green team might want to just try to get some mop-up kills here, because going head-to-head with Barton does not seem like a recipe for success.
Yeah, especially when he's got that SAW.
Yeah, he's good with that. But the team knows he's over there by the reactor, so maybe they're not staying away from it.
It's huge. He's going to pick up probably both these kills on those green players. Yeah.
It's actually got a couple of assists. He's got a pretty good spot. Gets the killing frenzy with the SAW. Maybe he can draw some of those enemies in closer so he can use that SAW effectively. If the other teammates or other teams notice he's got SAW, probably better to stay back. Otherwise, he's just going to repeat the shoot.
Yeah, picking out that kill right there. Ooh, and my turn too, with the last few bullets of the SAW clip. A really nice job there.
But he's able to key that into another ordnance, so we'll see what he actually spawns with when he comes back in. Should be interesting to see what he gets. SAW once again, or Sticky Death. Sticky Death should be interesting. Although a couple of the vehicles have already been taken out, so it'll be probably a few minutes where they spawn up. So he'll mostly have to use those on foot. But who knows? Maybe someone is crazy and feeling wacky and got that rocket hog and just decides to go on a joyride. It's going to come to an end pretty quick if they get near him.
Yeah, his team's starting to finally pull away, and nice job there. Perfect placement. Let's see if he can go for this long range one. There is a fusion coil there. Takes out the fusion coil, but not this player here. But it does have help from his teammate.
Yep.
A nice job there. They're finally pulling away here, now up by 5.
Yeah, they're definitely a good spot. Got about a minute and a half, minute 45 left. Definitely a good spot. Oh, no, that's just sick.
Yeah, probably going to swap out for the incineration cannon, which does have ammo. Using the jetpack incineration combo. Looks like the second blast, they're able to take out that player. That's huge. He can just continue on the map, but gets taken out by a beam.
Well-placed beam rifle from distance, from range. Missed the first one, got the second one. Only took one shot. Not too bad.
Yeah, nice job there. As you see, the red team actually moving into second place. So still, each team here, I think before I compared a little bit to Rumble Pit, typically, and speaking of Rumble Pit, another playlist coming to Halo 4 starting tomorrow. If you guys have been waiting for that free-for-all experience within Halo 4, we're going to be premiering both Infinity.
Once again, he's got the jetpack, not using it to go over the cover instead. Decides to run around the side and ends with him getting sniped in the head.
Yeah, and you got to wonder if that's because there are so many different targets on the map, and if he does jetpack up, is he worried about the height elevation? Certainly something to consider.
That's true. I had not considered that. Thank you for mentioning it.
But at Rumble Pit, if you guys have been waiting for that Rumble Pit experience, that is coming to Halo 4 starting tomorrow as well. We have a really big week for Halo. Really exciting. We're looking forward to seeing people coming online. We have both Rumble Pro and Infinity Rumble.
Almost pulled off the ninja there.
Yeah, nice job there. Almost right there. Almost got a nice job there. I think we would have heard someone yell if it had happened. But now 492. Yeah, look at that rocket hog over there.
Look at the lonely rocket hog just sitting there. That did not turn out too well for him.
Another recipe for
lesson
failure.
learned.
Absolutely. So moving back, but he gets in the Rocket Hog.
Getting cocky.
Oh, but he has a teammate here.
Driver.
Let's see. This is the first Warthog run we've seen on the Castle map pack. Nice job there, overheating the Rocket Hog. Might pick up another one here. But get picked off by the banister. But let's
maybe
see,
this is an opportunity for the Rocket Hog driver. Maybe to get. Big
I'm not even sure what happened.
I think everyone died. I think the reactor just went off that they were running from earlier. And there we go. Purple team pulling out with the big victory, 510 to 450. Definitely pull it away there at the end.
Yeah, a nice job there. The purple team definitely pulled away, as you said, up.
And I did wear this purple cardigan for a reason.
Right.
Today, so.
And they finished that game out by 6 kills. We're going to take a look at the post-game stats in just a second, but really glad that we saw multi-team on that map. I think it's a really great way to showcase multi-team, as you do have really a ton of combat. So taking a look at the stats right there, if you want to scroll up a little bit, Vartan there dropping a 30 and 17 bomb with 10 assists. A nice job there. His teammate doing well as well.
Not
going
that
negative
well.
1, but still with the 11 assists.
Those are my stats. Like I'm always tend to be positive KD, but not by much because I'm bullheaded. I like to run in the middle of. See, I would use jetpack when there are 8 people around me. I might get killed, but I'm going to take 2 of you with me. So that works out pretty well for me sometimes. Not always, though. But definitely good to see Purple Team pulling it out there and definitely getting a win there. I think at this point we're going to be switching over in just a minute to Infinity Slayer. But I think some of the things we can kind of point to that time is seeing definitely getting those rockets early in the match. Definitely huge. Definitely establishing the reactor area for your team.
Right.
Getting all those other players to kind of come in, all those other teams to pull in. Hopefully, while they're all running to engage that area, they're all going to be shooting each other. So if you're smart with your team, you can sort of sit back and let 2 teams engage and try to pick them out from a distance. Classic FFA and classic multi-team strategies that we saw there.
Absolutely, and they really will funnel into you, as we saw. If you are holding down that reactor, kind of hanging around the outer edge of that, if you do have something like rockets or a railgun or even a beam rifle, any sniper rifle really, if you can funnel those players into you, you're going to be at a huge advantage. And even if you are taken out, you're going to be able to sprint back in there and get back into the action, which a lot of course, happens around the reactor. So I'm glad we could identify that as one of the central points around the map. I believe our next game type right here is going to be some King of the Hill gameplay. Can be able to take a look at each location of this map even a little bit closer. And I've said it once, but I'm glad that we're using King of the Hill to showcase these maps because it shows us each area of the map and how that works. And you learn so much about the flow of a map by playing King of the Hill.
So I think a lot of people have been asking, I've seen some comments in the Twitter, we recently released a new title update for Halo 4 that included some new scripting changes that are going to allow us to make some balance changes over the coming months, weeks and months, to the Halo 4 sandbox. And they're asking if this particular build has any of those changes in place. This particular build does not, but definitely I've seen some builds internally, some things are being tested. I think once we get a chance to get those further down the pipeline, get them closer and ready to prime time, we'll be sharing them with people. I think some people are going to be very happy with some of the things that we're testing internally. Hope we can show that off. Definitely good job, Barton, once again. Really, really good use of his grenade to kind of soften up enemies ahead of time. Decides to go with the conch rifle this time. I like it. He got a little cocky last match.
Yep.
He's feeling bold. Got the conch rifle, which is actually a really good idea to use against other vehicles on this map.
Yeah, and especially even in King of the Hill, you have players who are constantly rushing a central location. Right here, we see that under the storage bridge. Going to hop right in and pick up kills because of that splash damage on this concussion rifle. Now, only a few seconds left. We have just around 15 left in this hill right here. Able to pick up some time. The red team able to grab 28 seconds. Looks like they got that entire first reactor.
Yeah, and I think blue team was just caught napping there a little bit. Very quickly, just thinking about setting up whatever weapons they're going to grab and things like that. Just let the other team get out to an early lead. We'll see how that plays out the rest of this match.
Absolutely. You see a player right there running around with a light rifle on this map. An interesting decision indeed. But the blue team is going to need to try to lock down this hill. We do have 2 seconds until that hill's going to move. This is
a good move from Barton. Just sort of distracting them for a little bit, trying to get them to hold that spot while his team hopefully is grabbing the other. But definitely the little ninja move there, jumps over the side.
Yep, and if you look at his radar, I mean, he's got a ton of players who are on top of him. There's no way he was getting out of there.
But you know what? He was able to keep the other team from making the push towards that hill, and sometimes just a few seconds can be the difference between winning and losing a game type like King of the Hill.
Yeah, absolutely. So now 36 to 30, blue team right back in it, and that is incoming to A. You saw a quick double take there from Vartan. He knows that reactor's coming up.
And he's set up ready to go, and he's capturing. Red team's taking the lead here and capping points. Blue team's moving over. Yep, still set up in there, but he's being overrun. I think blue team, Vartan's teammates, maybe letting him down a little bit.
Yeah, definitely someone should have pushed over to help him out, but I like the decision there. You see, he wasn't afraid to hop out of the hill for a second. He took out a player, and looks like he even made 2 other players weak. And as a result, his team is now controlling this hill. A really nice job there at Vartan to demonstrate you don't want to camp in that hill and wait as they push you.
And
you want to get several players weak.
And he's set up in a great spot here where he can sort of weaken people from from the side while they're watching all his teammates in the middle of the hill. They're all focused on the light show going on there. And he's already picked up 2, maybe 3 kills, maybe getting another one right here. Yep, gets a triple kill.
Nice job there.
Definitely awesome use of support tactics to take out enemies from the side if they're not paying attention. With Promethean Vision, for example, it was used successfully. I believe, I don't know who that was pulling the crouchy crouch there.
I think he was getting a little fancy with that Magnum. Vartan was trying to embarrass someone there. But his team is now down by a few. He's going to have to push back into this hill. But it's been pretty... not with the exception of the hill that's right below him. The hills haven't really been contested. It's been one team getting each, and they've been in this back and forth now, as the red team is now up by almost 20 points.
As we get further and further along, it's going to be more and more difficult for blue team to actually step up and actually take the lead back over again, and not just take it, hold it. Definitely going to need some more coordination between him and his teammates.
Right, over now the hill hanging out by the red flag. Let's see if the blue team can hop in. So I think if Vartan is able to really establish himself as a slaying role on this map, that's going to be really important. So, of course, we see players, like you said, really jumping into the fray. He picks up a nice double there, might be able to turn 3. It's our first auto century of the day.
Yep, and there it goes.
Nice job. He picks up another triple kill, so getting tons of kills here, but I'm not sure if it's actually helping his team that much. We're going to see it as he goes ahead and respawns right about now.
People, there is a reactor breach detected. I just saw on a wall. Why are you running to a big hill, glowing hill in the reactor? I don't know. People are crazy. War games. Crazy things happen in war games.
It's true. Now, over by the coolant storage is where he's hanging out, heading over here towards this flag. Looks like a ghost in the hill, an interesting strategy. It should be easy to pop
just
that
a
guy
rain
out.
of grenades running in. He backs out pretty quickly and lets one of his teammates kind of pull in. And he's smart. He's just sitting behind the hill, hoping to take out some people with the ghost. But Vartan's doing a good job clearing out red team. Ghost still moving through. This would actually be a good time if he had that conch rifle, just send it flying right over that bridge, take it out pretty quick. Red team really kind of pushing away the lead there. They have
Absolutely.
29-second lead now on blue team. It's not looking good. We've got 7.5 minutes left in this particular match. But red team looking dominant, moving as one person, basically.
Yeah, I mean, during that entire engagement you saw between the ghosts and everything happening in the hill, the red team was actually getting all of that hill time. So now they're up 104-73. Now this hill right here, David, we haven't talked about this too much with the exception of the ghost that spawns here, as you see. Might be a good idea to hop in that and try to establish and get stuck right away.
Immediately.
I
call it
nice
the
little
murder
toss.
hole.
Yeah, he might have predicted that one. A really nice job. Even if he didn't kill that player, he would have taken out the ghost. But it's difficult on this map to establish a presence both in the hill and around the hill.
Yeah, because there's always lots of ins and outs. If a team spawns on one side and gets killed, cleared out, chances are they're going to come up the other side. You really have to keep your head on the swivel, as you always do in the hill. And of course, Vartan doing a good job clearing out some enemies here and moving in. But looks like he's got his teammates pulled behind him, but there's only a couple seconds left on that, about 10 seconds left on that hill.
Yeah.
Counting down pretty quick.
They've had a pretty good setup here in this control room. You see, and that's what I'm talking about. Vartan has the awareness, has the smarts to get outside of the hill. He needs to cut off players before they come in. We'll see if he can do that again with this upcoming reactor hill.
Red team already capturing setup, got a little defense here, just trying to hold Vartan up, does it, and they're just capping and extending that lead out once again. It's not looking good for blue team here.
Yeah, we see I have a question in the chat here coming in from Mass17. He wants to know what other stuff is going to be released tomorrow. We have our competitive skill rank system, as we said, launching tomorrow morning, as well as the Castle Map Pack, the Castle Team DLC playlist, the multi-team playlist, and Rumble Pit, and a bunch of other awesome stuff that's coming this week, along with the CSR challenges we talked about before. So this is a really big week for Halo. Make sure you let your friends know if they might have been taking a break from Halo 4, or if they have picked up the game, that we have not only a ton of new playlists coming, but a ton of new awesome content. So definitely encourage them to hop into these playlists.
And if you're hearing this term CSR, competitive skill rank, kind of going into that, we'll talk about that a little further in the stream. But once again, not too good for Vartan. 1-1 here. I believe maybe we should start calling him Vartana.
Ooh.
Maybe. Ooh. Didn't quite get the kills there that time. It just got quiet in here.
Oh, boy. Okay, so that is our first look right there at Perdition. I hope you guys enjoyed that. A really cool indoor environment, David, a map that I think a lot of people will like, and I think it lends itself well to several game modes, any of the multi-team game modes that are going to be coming out, as well as King of the Hill and Capture the Flag. So, David, thank you so much for joining me.
Yep, I'm going to tag out. I gotta head out. It's the weekend. But thanks, everyone, for watching the stream today, and Quinn's going to be popping in here in just a second, and we'll finish it out.
Cool. Awesome. So next map we're going to be taking a look at today, you guys, is Outcast, a desert cliff map. It's also asymmetrical, has a bunch of wide open pathways. And joining me now is Quinn Del Hoya, one of our new designers here at 343. Quinn,
what's up, man?
I'm happy to have you with me today.
Yeah, no, it's pretty sweet to be here and to be a part of the team and be a part of Halo Nation.
Awesome. Sweet. So
that's how we roll, you know?
Oh, Outcast, first thing we're looking at today, me and you kicking it off. Wide open pathways. It's got a ton of tunnels and caves. It does have a lot of open areas as well, though.
Yeah, no, it really does. And the big thing with the open area is that it offers vehicle play. It's got a Wraith, it's got a Mantis, it's got all sorts of vehicles there. But the nice thing about the open areas is that there's also really blind spots that people can come out and surprise infantry and take those vehicles.
Sure, and we're going to be taking a closer look at this map in just a moment. But as we see, this is the outer look into the canyon where this map is built. Within those tunnels, there's a lot of opportunities for close quarters combat. Very varied sightlines once again. But one thing we're going to be looking at is that the Dominion bases are actually built into the cliffs, which is kind of cool. Outcast is specifically made for Dominion.
Yeah, Dominion is one of the big game types that we launched with, and it's 6v6. It's got 3 objectives that people try to capture and hold, and turrets get built and all that. So we wanted to have another map that really played to that style. And Outcast, like you said, is totally built for Dominion. It's actually a lot of fun on Dominion.
Absolutely. So we're going to be taking a look at the different areas of this map. As you see right here, here's one of the bases looking out. As you see, once again, with a kind of a track feel, if you stay around the outside, you can expect that vehicles of all sizes and shapes are going to be flying around. But if you are in the center, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to navigate. So the first thing we're going to do is kick it off with the first look at this map. Go ahead and jump into theater mode and show a little bit about how players might be able to navigate this map. And I think we can both agree that it's quite different from the first map we looked at, which was Perdition.
Yeah, no, it is obviously very visually different. It's very natural and rocky. I mean, it's like a picture straight out of Star Wars when you got all these bases in here and all the rocky outcroppings and things, and people can go through with all their vehicles. I mean, it's definitely not urban just by looking at it. But it's a lot of fun when you have all these vehicles in play and you just follow these tracks, and if you're not really down with vehicles, you could actually go with your automatic weapons or whatever and go in all the little nooks and crannies. It's like an English muffin up in there. You don't even know until you get in there and start playing it.
You never know what you're going to find. All right, so as we see right here, we started the red base, and we're going to push out around this outer ring. This side is actually going to be pushing into the blue base, and right here is where we're going to find the Wraith that's stationed right next to the blue base. Of course, you can expect players to rush that right away. And as we move all the way around the outside of the map, we're now moving right towards the blue flag. That's, of course, also the blue Dominion base. As you see, these bases are really built into the cliffs, as I had said. Your capture points are going to be right up around here. So once you do have control of the base, it's going to be pretty easy to lock it down.
Yeah, and the coolest part about the space, if you look the camera up, look up a little bit. Oh, look at that. See that tarp right there?
Ooh.
That's, we're bringing the tarp back, people. If you look at that, that's
a series of tarps.
Yeah, it's like kind of scantily clad tarps. It's not that big buffy tarp that we got from Majestic. It's like, hey, check it out. I'm wearing bikini type tarps. It's pretty awesome.
I think it's pretty awesome, too. I'm glad you pointed that out. I wonder how long it would have taken the community. They probably would have found it out right away, but we have plenty of opportunities for new tarp screenshots with Outcast.
I mean, the first thing you do when you hop in is you look up in the sky and check if there's any tarps,
Absolutely, especially with any for Halo 4 DLC from now on. But as we move around here, take a look at some of these tunnels and pathways that you have. As we said, it's not just these long sight lines. Right here, around here is where the rockets are going to spawn, as you see. So this is really the central control point in the map. Right here we have the Mantis over there, the Wraith over there, and the bases are behind me. But these rockets, not only are they an important part of the map when you see both teams rushing in, but really it kind of feels like no matter what game mode you're playing, this whole central area becomes a real choke point.
Yeah, the first thing I really do with all the vehicles in play is I go for the rocket launcher because I want to take out all those people that are getting the vehicles and fighting over them. It's like I just want to get that rocket launcher. I want to take out infantry, and if a Wraith comes up in my face, I want to get my plasma pistol. You guys best be rolling plasma pistols. I'm telling you right now, if you play this, get a plasma pistol, get the rocket launcher, you'll be good.
Absolutely. So here we have the Mantis, and of course, the Mantis has to be aware, like you said, of players who are using that plasma pistol right off the start. It's so easy to get disabled there. But just to give you guys a point of reference right here, this is the red base. If you're pushing out to the left side as opposed to the right where we found the Wraith, there will be a battle right here. So you can expect players to hop into Mongoose to give them an advantage so they can be the first to the Mantis. And then, as I had started to talk about with David, it's going to be a question. Does this Mantis want to push into the blue base? Does he want to dare go into the center where the Wraith might be, where the rockets might be? You're going to have to strategically choose where you bring your vehicles each map.
Yeah, I would take that Mantis, honestly, back to my base and play defense with it if that was me. I mean, I wouldn't really get too antsy with it and go headlong into another base because I've really found it to kind of people stack up against it, similar like Velociraptors and T-Rexes, which I've seen all the time down here in Kirkland, is people gang up on a Mantis all the time. I see it every day.
It's true. So if you do have that Mantis and you swing it back, not only can you play some defense, but it'll also kind of open up some sight lines, right? You can push to the middle if you want, or you can go ahead and try to flank that Wraith. So I like that decision, and I think players are going to have a lot of options when it comes to playing Outcast. So as we were starting to say, one of the first game types, that we're going to be kicking it off is Dominion. We're going to jump right into that match. But I think what's going to be interesting to see is Dominion strategy. Now, I haven't gotten to play too much Dominion on this map. I've played a few times. I know, that once you do have a base, it's because they are elevated, it's pretty easy to lock it down. Aside from that, I'm looking forward to seeing how these teams open.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, like I said, we've got so many things to play with. Obviously, in Dominion, you want to go and you want to capture a base. You want to go and secure a vehicle. You want to get rockets. Which vehicle are you getting? There's so many options here that I think for the big-time Dominion players, there's going to be lots of different strategies that could play, like opening strats.
Oh, definitely. I mean, if we're looking at 6v6 here, which is what these maps were built for, you can have players hopping in the Mongoose. Someone can get the Warthog right away, the Wraith, and then you have to figure out the rockets and then contesting the enemy's vehicle as well. It's a lot of decisions to be made, so I'm looking forward to checking out a map that we haven't been able to showcase actually ever before on one of our live streams, so this will be cool. We're checking it out right now. Once again, Vartan, who's going to be using the battle rifle loadout once again here on this Dominion map on the blue team.
Yeah, so we're sticking with Vartan again after his last performance.
I think he peeked up to the tarp just now.
Yeah. Did he just look up at the tarps?
He gave you a quick peek, so that was nice. The tarp bikinis.
The tarp bikinis, I love it. We got to figure out how many hashtags we can get with this cast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And in addition to the Halo 4 Castle hashtag, feel free to throw in some other tarp hashtags if you'd like. Big shout out to Quinn for picking that up. I hadn't heard about these tarps. This is kind of a surprise that you saved, huh? Don't lie.
Well, to be honest, I'll give a shout out to the people in the chat. I was watching the chat before I got on stream because I love getting in the chat rooms and watching streams and everything. And I saw someone talk about the tarps in here, and I couldn't let that go. I got to give. I don't remember the name. I apologize, but it was awesome creativity from the people.
Shout out to the Halo community.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. So now, right away off the start, Vartan had a chance to grab those rockets, but he ran into quite a few members of the red team. Really nice job there. Peak shooting, picks up that double kill, able to take out both players, but does not stand a chance against that chain gun.
Yeah, the Warthog came around, surprised him. Hopefully he's got a plasma pistol. If not, better kill someone, get that plasma pistol. Oh, Magnum. He's going hardcore with that, dude. Plasma pistol, nothing on this guy.
Nice job. He's still showing off his R2VR. It doesn't camouflage as well on a desert map. He might be wishing he had that.
No, in fact, I was about to say, he could probably use the Dune skin on his VR there. And knowing Vartan, I was assuming that he would have customized all that well before.
A nice shot. Picks up a melee.
Warthog.
And just going head on.
We usually don't advise Warthogs driving through these little tunnels, and then the awkward moment of the red player trying to flip it over again. That was pretty awesome. We got some good moments with the rocket being ricocheted to a Warthog in the face.
He was not trying to board that Warthog at all. He was just punching straight into the gun.
We did not choreograph this at all, people. This is all straight up raw, all right? Or as BS Angel likes to say, raw dog. She's really down with that here at 3+3.
Oh, goodness. So now this base right here, the blue base now, is going to have to defend that for 7 more seconds. He's going to get control of that now. 50 to 40, going to try to prevent this capture. 3 seconds left before to do so.
So why did he stop capping right there?
Right there, stop capping because he knew that player would have moved in and then taken him out. For those of you who might be new to Halo 4 or checking out this stream for the first time, Dominion incentivizes players to control these bases. You go up to the base and you control it for a certain amount of time. The longer you're able to control it, the base is going to begin to fortify itself with shield doors, turrets, etc. So a really smart play there by Vartan. Instead of just going for the capture and possibly dying, takes his time, neutralizes the enemy player, and then gets the base capture.
Yeah, and again, the big thing, the reason why he knew that person was there is he was watching the left-hand corner of his screen, which is the motion tracker. Nice plasma pistol there. The motion tracker, I'm telling you guys, for that new, it's very key to Halo 4. You've got to be able to watch your motion tracker. I've seen a lot of new players pick up the game and they don't even pay attention to that.
Right, and sometimes I watch Vartan play and he's clearly not even paying attention to his motion tracker.
No, sometimes he thinks he's blindfolded when he plays. He thinks he's so good at Halo. Let's not puff up Vartan anymore, all right? Seriously, he's so good that he's better than the Master Chief. That's what people think when I hear him. Yeah, I came up here and we don't even call him Vartan. We call him Vartime. It's Vartime when he's on. I'm like, all right, we'll see.
So right here, it's still a neck-and-neck game here, 110 to 100 with the red team in the lead right there. As you see, they're able to control the space. Looks like they're all huddled together, so a nice amount of teamwork there. But of course, if a grenade finds its way through that,
or a Warthog,
or a rogue warthog finds its way through there.
You always get those people that get in a warthog without a gunner in the back, and they're just like, all right, I'm booking. I don't need a gunner. I love those guys. Those are awesome.
Especially off the start of this match, because you do have these two. There's two warthogs that spawn in the beginning of the match. You got to be careful. You got to make sure one of your teammates doesn't take off with that hog. I'm sure it's going to happen, though.
Yeah, me, I just laugh out loud. It's so funny when people do that. It's awesome. I love it.
All right, so thank you guys once again for joining us on this Halo 4 Castle live stream. Make sure you're sharing the stream link with your friends on your favorite social networks, as well as using that hashtag Halo 4 and sharing the stream link. Get as many people here as you can. Let everyone know about the awesome Halo 4 content that is coming this next week. Of course, the Castle DLC included. Right now, we're checking out the first match on the second map. This is Outcast. Going to be coming live to the Halo 4 and the Xbox Live Marketplace tomorrow morning. My name is Bravo. Joining me today is Quinn Del Hoyo. So now Vartan taking on once again. It's interesting. Quinn, before we came in all early today, I tried to balance the teams appropriately. I think we've done pretty well at that.
Yeah, no, I would say in the multi-team match, the purple team really won pretty handily. But once you add more players in the mix and everything, I mean, it really, when you play 6v6, the larger the team size, definitely the more coordination, definitely the more reliant you are to get. Everyone needs to really participate and take a bigger role in that.
Sure. And also, I see another question. Someone wants to know about the details of the CSR. You can head to halowaypoint.com. Under the news toolbar, you'll be able to drop down Halo Bulletin. You'll be able to check out April 3rd's Halo Bulletin, where we do a deep dive onto the details of CSR, how the playlists are going to work. You can check that out at halowaypoint.com.
Yeah, CSR is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, me too. You want to play with me tomorrow?
Nah, I'm not going to play with you. You're riding the Ghost too much, bro.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, speaking of the Ghost and CSR, if you are hopping on Halo 4 this coming week, hop into the the Castle Map Pack Team DLC playlist. Get a level 35. Ooh, a nice job hitting that long range disable there on that vehicle.
Yeah, it looked like that guy was using like the Wheelman support upgrade there, being able to get stunned and you get out really fast.
Yeah,
that comes from the operator specialization, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, that was a really nice job. It looked like he did get up pretty quick, so nice job. And we see that now we have some of our moderators promoting the fact that I love the Ghost.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, Quinn.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just heard, it's always the saying is if you're not good at Halo,
I knew this was coming. All right, so but the CSR Challenge is going to be coming to the Castle Team DLC playlist this coming week for the next 2 weeks. If you're able to reach a level 35 in that playlist, you're going to get a cool little avatar T-shirt, an exclusive item. There's no other way to grab it. Of course, that playlist is win-loss, so you're going to have to hop in there with some friends if you can.
Yeah, I think that Castle playlist is going to be pretty legit this week for sure. A lot of people are going to be trying to get that 35 CSR and obviously get the avatar item.
Yeah, it'll be pretty cool watching players kind of this mini challenge, to try to unlock that avatar item.
Yeah, no, it's like I said. Yeah, it'll be pretty crazy. I think as far as the competition goes this week, trying to get that. I mean, make sure you got your team of 6 going there and try to get that 35 CSR.
Yeah, absolutely. So now, as you see, 250 to 230, just over halfway through this game.
You missed the laser. You could have got him there with that laser shot.
Absolutely. Let's see. It looks like the blue team's going to be able to pull away with this, but Vartan's going to want to move into that C. He's going to want to try to stop that capture, which is underway right now. But not going to be easy. As you see, the bases and the entryways of these bases, really, they're kind of funneled in, right? Vartan has to either come through this hallway or flank around the front. So he's being forced. It looks like there's at least one player in there, Promethean vision, so not going to be easy.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a nice use of the fusion coil there, just try to get him away from there, and it actually blew up that shield wall right there.
Right.
But it's always, when you get in a tough situation like that, the biggest thing that I'll tell you guys that I've been struggling with lately is, like, I've been getting so impatient when I play Halo. When your shields are down, like, just chill out, let your shields come back, and then go back in.
Yeah, and I mean, talking to, of course, so many pro Halo players over the years, one of the biggest things that you can't really put a price on is staying alive in a game, right? If you're a tough player to kill, you're a thorn in the enemy's side, which is what they say all the time. If you're a player who doesn't die, who's constantly staying alive, you just put your team at that much more of an advantage. You can always help them out. You can always flank around. You're always going to be able to put yourself in a great position.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, like I said, that's something I've been struggling with lately, where I've just been, going headlong into, like, the Forge free-for-all playlist we had going, right. And now Rumble Pit's coming up. It's like sometimes I just want to push, get the double kill, do all those things, but, sometimes you're just better off just chillaxing there and letting your shields come back.
Right, as we just saw Barton do, playing extremely patiently and conservative. It looks like, I believe, if we go back to the scoreboard, his team is still in the lead as a result. They only have a little bit left, a few points left before they close this match out.
Yeah, and back to our point about kind of the patient game, I will say that if you're playing with a team that really communicates, I think where the really good skill comes in, like the players that even when their shields are down, they know that if they take that one shot, they can actually finish off a player, and it's less of a risk because they have good teammates communicating with them. I think that's another big differentiator between someone that's playing with a team or someone that may not be as good to someone that's really good. They know when they actually could take that last shot even if their shields are down.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And you can quickly identify where your teammates might be on the map, not only by looking at where they are, but actually by communicating. I think it's a huge skill. But now actually 3-4 to 320. It looks like 2 of the points, both B and C, are in the hands of the red team. So this is going to go down to the wire. We have A resupplying in 30 seconds. But if the red team controls those 2 points for the rest of the game, I believe they will pull away with it.
Yeah, that spot is just so dirty right there that Vartan's showing off, being able to rocket up there as he just hijacks the tank that's getting plasma pistols over and over again. Look at that. Telling you guys, plasma pistol helps you out. There's a tank on the field, get that plasma pistol.
It looks like whenever Vartan sees some heavy armor, he loves to just really start meleeing it, regardless of how that's done. But now, the red team now 380 to 370. Blue team.
This is getting tight.
This is getting tight indeed. We're going to have to check out the scoreboard in just a second. Red team still controlling those 2 points. Blue team still has A now, 380 to 370. Red team is going to be racking up these points, but blue team able to steal C now. They might be able to pull this off as red team now has 20 points to win. Blue team needs 30 points, but as I said, they do have 2 points. Vartan's going to have to stop this player, and they do get taken out. Looks like red team able to control that last point.
Yeah, I don't even know how that happened.
As it came down to time, actually, there, as it did end right there. But, wow, Vartan with a huge 485.
Well, no, I mean, I know it came down to time, but I'm saying I don't even know how they came back like that.
Yeah.
That was
pretty impressive.
Amazing. Oh, all right.
Vartan right there going 28 and 12, huge numbers. They are, of course, going more than double positive. Nice job there from him, but not enough to pull it out.
No, he's clearly on Slay status over here, doing a really good job, just taking names, serving up kills like it's fresh off the griddle, Oh, sorry. I'm telling you, these are not rehearsed. I'm just thinking up these things right now.
Everyone here is hungry. That's why you can't say stuff like that.
People are like looking at me like, who's this guy? Where did he come from?
That's what I've been wondering. The next thing we're going to do is taking a look at Infinity Slayer, of course, one of Halo 4's premier launch game modes. It's going to give us a look at what the choke points might be. Of course, when you're playing an objective mode such as Dominion, really changes the way the map is played. We saw a lot of things in that match that you probably wouldn't see in something like Capture the Flag or Slayer. But on this map, where it's kind of free reign, it'll be interesting to see what the opening start is here. Of course, you don't have to worry about controlling a point right away. So what vehicles, what weapons are everyone going to go for?
Yeah, I mean, Slayer with no objective. I mean, clearly the higher the competition, or the higher the teams are skilled and the stakes, the slower the gameplay could actually turn out because you don't necessarily have an objective to push for.
Right.
And so people are very cautious. And at this point, the vehicles on this map especially seem like a mini objective. Like, hey, get the Wraith. That'll help you dominate. You're right there.
Vartan once again punching vehicles.
Yeah, and if you could even get punching vehicles, if you could get a vehicle away when both teams are contesting over it, like unscathed, that's pretty impressive based on how many, you got people boarding it, missiles and grenades and everything. And so, in a way, in this map, the mini objective on Slayer is the vehicles.
Sure, vehicle control. I think we can agree that unless you're traveling with a teammate or 2 or 3, it's going to be difficult to really lock down the area around a base. Around each vehicle. So they're already down 100 to 10.
Yeah, that's. I don't even know if I could say anything to that comment right there, Bravo. I mean, that's just.
Interesting to see it. Maybe if Vartan's going to get in a vehicle as well. You saw that Hog was just rolling around and staying alive, but possibly in part because Vartan's not rolling with that plasma pistol. If you were in there, I think you would have disabled that thing minutes ago.
Yeah. I mean, totally. If I was in there, I would have dual wielded my plasma pistols, pulled them out, akimbo style. Would have been sweet.
Alrighty, so now 140 to 70. The blue team kind of coming back, but they're still down by now looks like 6 kills. Does call on an ordnance. Let's see. Wouldn't be surprised if he picked up the railgun, especially because of how many vehicles are on this map.
Really, I was thinking he was actually going to go pulse grenades, but
I don't think you were thinking that. He picks up the speed boost instead.
Dude, I'm dirty with the pulse grenades.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. Like seriously, I got my combination maxed out.
Tell me your pulse grenade strategy, Quinn.
Oh, great! Now you put me on blast here for everyone. Pulse grenade strategy with Quinn Diesel. I'm telling you right now. Here it goes. So you want to get your pulse grenade commendation, you got to go with like an automatic weapon. My preferred one is the storm rifle.
Okay.
It kills shields really fast, and the pulse grenade pops faster than any other grenade.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to get really close to people, start shooting them a little bit with the storm rifle, and then just spike it at their feet like a football, and you get the kill really fast.
All right.
But if you try to use it like a normal grenade, it's not happening. It's curtains. Seriously, don't do it.
Tune in next week for another episode of Pro Tips with Quinn Diesel.
That's right. Pro Tips. Quinn Diesel.
Alrighty, now red team is now still up by 5 points, 230 to 180, with 7:30 left in the match. Nice job there by Vartan to pick up that kill. Going to be interesting to see if he can come back. Decides to pick up that plasma pistol on the ground. Not a bad decision.
No, I totally would with all the vehicles rolling around. It's like a destruction derby in here right now.
Nice job on that flank there. Picks up one kill. It looks like that player might have had a fuel rod. That actually might have been a plasma pistol. A little bit too fast for me to tell. But doing a nice job to flank. If you look at how his teammates are positioned here, really nice job. Just poked around, put shots into two players, was able to kill two of them, and then goes ahead and picks up that railgun.
Yeah, like we said earlier, we were talking about all the little ins and outs. Just barely missed that railgun shot.
Yep.
You could actually flank really easily on this map.
Missing a second railgun there. A little bit surprised as that player was crouching in the cave. Looks like he just was a little bit out of range for that railgun to have perfect accuracy.
Yeah.
And once again, unable to clean up that kill. So now his team is actually down by 6 again. A quick turn of events for the red team.
Yeah, he couldn't quite finish off that guy ran away in one shot, and so he's still getting the rail. Nice.
There we go. Gets
that was
revenge.
good.
Might pop out again. He's got 2 players on his radar, so a nice job there. Around the corner.
Nice.
Almost a no-look radar railgun.
Oh, look, he didn't even step out. He just held the railgun out and just shot it.
Right, and nice job there. As you see, all it took was really him using that railgun effectively. His teammates playing patiently, of course. The guys behind us play quite a bit of Halo 4, so now we're tied 300 right there. An example of his team being patient, right? He missed 2 kills, but instead he waits. His team sets up around him, and now they're up by 10.
Yeah, man. I mean, this railgun. I mean, he's just serving up so many railgun shots. It's like the And One Mix tour over here with that thing, dude. He's like, seriously, you got Professor Varden over here with the railgun, you know?
He's putting on a clinic with that thing. His team is only down by 10, but that really looks up at the tarps again right there. A little nod to you.
Loves that tarp, baby. I'm telling you, it's OP. You look up to the heavens, and it gives you some extra damage. It's awesome.
The Mantis right there, he does not want to be anywhere near that Mantis without a plasma pistol, obviously. His team might be fighting that battle, but I think unless you've got a few players in place, you can't just have a few of your players attacking the Mantis, right? It needs to be an all-or-nothing thing.
Yeah, I mean, with this game as tight as it is right now, I mean, you may not even have to go near the Mantis with all the little ins and outs and stuff. You can just see it in your motion tracker. Be like, all right, I'm going to go over here and keep fighting these infantry guys because the Mantis, it's like a cat and mouse, really. A cat can't go in the mouse hole. So if you stay in those mouse holes, I don't know if you knew that. The synergy works between a cat and a mouse.
Right.
That's kind of how it works.
Yep.
You just hang out in those mouse holes, and the cat won't get you.
That's it. That's it. That's the best.
It's mind blowing, right?
That's the best way to talk about Outcast, though. It's a series of little tunnels, and if you stay in certain areas, the vehicle won't be able to get you. So you can selectively choose who you're battling, which vehicles you're facing off against.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that. That is awesome. That was so awesome.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
I was just about to question his decision, to use the gravity hammer on Outcast.
Did he get that from a ordnance drop?
I actually, I was reading the chat looking for anyone who might be asking questions, but I'm not sure if it's an on-map weapon, or an ordnance. I believe he did find it on the map.
Yeah, it's like he got the game type mixed up. Thought it was Griff Ball or something. I mean, that was awesome.
He sent that thing flying. That really was awesome.
It was like skeet shooting, and his teammates just blasted it when it was in the air. It was so awesome.
But although he has, looks like he got caught by, I think was a saw. Yeah, those bullets were coming in a little bit heavy to be an assault rifle.
Yeah, he just got melted there by that. He went in like Braveheart trying to get that kill. It's not happening with that hammer. And there's the tarp, baby. That's what I'm talking about, son. Yeah!
It turns out that the tarps are textured for those of you who want to play a little bit of Aladdin.
Yeah, you can
get on that thing, fly around a little bit.
If you want to show people the world, you know what I'm saying? Meaning you're Jasmine, right?
No.
Oh, what?
No, that's a defeat. 600 to 490. We saw a lot of awesome things that game. The Warthog being flown, the tarp being a rideable carpet. It's all pretty good stuff. So that's going to do it for our look at Outcast. But a pretty cool map, very different from everything in the map pack and also within Halo 4, both visually, as you said, and the way it plays. And we did see even quite a bit of close quarters combat, despite being such a large map.
Yeah, no, like I said, I think the biggest takeaway we got from that is hey, if the other team is being really impressive with vehicles, or if you just turn the corner as a Mantis, just go right back in, or just stick to the little caves and outcroppings and nooks and crannies and all that, and you'll be just fine.
Right, and someone has asked if the 6v6 playlist is still up to 60 kills. I believe for the 6v6 playlist they are going to be faster-paced games, right? Those are going to be up to 600.
Yes, that is true.
Gotcha, cool. So on these maps, the score limit is going to be the same. So because they are a little bit bigger, you might expect even the same match time, around an 8-minute match.
Yeah, I mean, it's not 8v8, it's 66, so it's just adding 2 extra players per team. We just figured, let's just try it out at 600. But by all means, feedback. We love feedback.
Of course.
It comes in that you guys want to touch the score to win on those. By all means, we totally do that. I mean, we were looking at even Binary Slayer and Team Action Sack was at 30 kills originally, and we bumped
right.
up to 40.
Exactly. Same with Team Snipers as well. That was originally up to 600. That was dropped to 500 to create the best experience possible. So feel free to head to the Halo Waypoint forums and the War Games feedback section. That's where Quinn and I are always diving in and looking at playlist-based feedback. When we give attention to each playlist that's scheduled out, we dig through those threads and decide exactly which playlist needs the most love and which and what changes to make. So those new threads for each playlist are going to be posted in the War Games feedback section on the front page of the Halo Waypoint forums.
Yep.
Cool. So the next map we're going to be looking at today is Daybreak. Now, Quinn, a map that you and I think we both really like. It's a 2-base map, as you see on its overhead right now. And one of my favorite things is that it opens off with that right away, that sniper duel.
Yeah, that's something that is always like, people love that when it's like, you have someone that's a designated sniper, they get the sniper, and then they get to duel out with someone else that has a sniper.
Right.
It's just I can always think of like fun classic moments of Halo, like namely the Pit in Halo 3. You get 2 guys that contest each other with a sniper,
right.
Which is awesome.
Exactly what I was thinking of. When you have that player on your team, who is going to grab that snipe, and it's pretty much the opening battle. Whoever wins that can go ahead on, and are they going to play slow? Is it going to be, you're going to flank with that sniper? There's a lot of options.
It's so key that original sniper battle. Seriously, that if that guy on your team isn't that good of a sniper and he loses that battle, it could actually determine the events of the whole match.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's really cool is that, as we saw in the overhead, these snipers spawn right on the tops of the base. It's not like players need to sprint to a certain location and then there's a duel. You get that sniper right away and you can look right across the map, right at the enemy sniper, which is pretty much what happens every time. So a really cool opening that is very consistent on Daybreak.
Yeah, and these maps right here, I mean, these pictures we got here are actually pretty cool screenshots if you think of it. I mean, you got one red base, you got the blue base. There's little minor differences as far as asymmetry goes.
Sure.
But it's got this really nice vibe to it, almost like how close they are, almost a little bit like Battle Creek, but a little farther back. I mean, they're not next door neighbors,
right.
But it's almost like Standoff, I guess, from Halo 3 as far as like the distance between the 2 bases.
Yeah, actually that's a really good comparable distance, I think. Possibly maybe the tiniest bit closer, but I think that's right around the right ballpark. Of course, we have this top mid ridge that you'll see right there, and that's really what divides the 2 sides. One team has a man cannon that gets you there, one team has a very short bridge that gets you there, and each side offers a little bit of cover. That's going to be the main control point in just about any game type, such as Capture the Flag or King of the Hill.
Yeah, and the red team, like you said, has the man cannon, and if you ever get lost, like you could always see that there's a man cannon for the red team, and also the vista behind the base. If there's a big spaceship, then you're on the red side, and then if you look out on the blue side, you'll actually see mountains and the sun coming in. So there's little demeanors like that to show you which side of the base you're on, or which side of the map you're on, excuse me.
Right, and we've said it for these past 2 maps, but it absolutely applies to Daybreak as well. Around the outer edge, you once again have this track where you can run flags, you can kind of flank around the enemy. So especially if players are hopping in one of these, in the Mongoose, for example, you can really just fly around the outer edge, be the first one to the rockets, be the first one to the Banshee, and you can really use those outer edges. But the second you start bringing the vehicles in the middle, you're going to end up into a lot of trouble.
Yeah, if you look, so on the map, it might be a little confusing, but the rocket launcher is actually in an interior space. It's in a cave.
Right.
And so, people are going to call that cave Rocket Cave, what have you. And then the Banshee over there at the 5 o'clock right there, you can see is actually exterior. It's really like highland, high ground type of like rocky terrain up there.
Right, and I think one of the cool things that we're going to be looking at is another match of King of the Hill on this map, which is going to be cool. It's going to let us check out each of those areas individually. So the first thing we're going to do, you and I, maybe dig into some call-outs on this map and talk about a closer look so that players have an idea of what to expect on Daybreak. So the first thing that we're starting out right here is the back of the red base. Right here we have the Mongoose and, of course, the Warthog. Now, when you're on this red base, let's first simulate what that rush might be. A lot of players are going to spawn right here. When you sprint right up here, right away is where you're going to see the sniper rifle drop, and that sniper rifle battle happens across these bases. So I think, Quinn, your comparison to Standoff in terms of distance was really spot on. That's exactly what we're looking at here.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's a little bit different. You have much more rockier terrain than, say, Standoff, which was rolling hills.
Right.
But definitely the bases are a little asymmetric with how they look and how they play a little bit, but how they oppose each other is really, it'll lend itself well to like capture the flag.
Yeah, it is really cool. And something that I saw, I think you might have even been in the game, is, when the flag is getting around this area or slowly inching towards the base, because you do have these elevation differences, it's really cool to see these last-second returns, right? Everyone's trying to fight over getting that last flag touch. It lends itself really well to this map.
Yeah, you have these nice little pockets or windows where people need to take that risk of trying to get from cover to cover. And so for a sniper player or someone else that has a precision weapon, they can really take their shots and get you in between from point A to point B into that cover.
Right, and let's talk quickly about how you get up to top middle. So if the blue base right here, we do have the short bridge that we talked about, which does have a little bit of cover along the way, and the red base is going to have this man cannon that's going to quickly lift them over, but of course expose them for quite a bit as they get up here. Each side has a little bit of cover, but of course top mid is also accessible from these outer lanes. So if you are down, for example, in front of the base, you don't have a direct route up to top middle unless you have the jetpack. But if you are on the outer edge, you can get up here. And that gives a little bit, because it is such a high elevation, that gives a little bit more power to the position.
Yeah, I wonder what, usually top mid is like the classic term that people use, but I wonder what other call-outs and people are going to call. Looking at it, you could say, there's a tree there.
Yeah, top tree.
Or you could even call it spine or something. It's like the spine of the map right there. So there's different, be interesting to see what people use. Top mid's all played out, people. Let's use something else. You know what I'm saying? Creativity,
change
2013.
It up a little bit. You got it. So now we have, in the back of this cave right here, we do have the rockets spawning. So this is an interesting area because, as you see, both sides are going to be coming in from each cave. You're going to expect a lot of grenades in there. As we saw on these past maps, not something you can just sprint in and grab likely. You're going to have to control the area. You're going to have to neutralize the enemy opponents who are coming in through this doorway before you can actually pick up the rockets.
Well, yeah, because it's so far back in the corner of the cave, you can't run in and grab it quickly. And so people are going to run in, and actually there's going to be a firefight over it.
Yeah, absolutely. If you do have if you do have your Nikes on, you can try to sprint in there, probably pull them back. But of course, you're going to want to be using the mobility perk. And in addition to that, you're also going to want to probably hop on like a mongoose to get there even faster.
Yep. Yeah. So for those of you people that want to be like the power weapon grabber early on, use mobility and use the ammo perk, so you'll be able to not stop sprinting and hopefully outpace the other people sprinting towards the power weapon. And when you get that power weapon, because the ammo perk, you'll actually have more ammo in your rocket launcher.
All right, that's right. So the last thing we're going to check out is this back outer ridge, like you talked about. Of course, that Banshee is going to be out over here. It's going to be, of course, a race to that vehicle as well. And the next thing we're going to do, Quinn, is take a look and see, with 6 players on each team, we're going to take a look at, do they send players towards the Banshee right away? Do you focus on the rockets? Do you want to get that top mid control? Where does your sniper go? Does he help? Does he challenge the enemy sniper? Does he help the rocket guy? A lot of options.
Yeah, I would definitely try to outsnipe the other sniper, and especially if you have another guy on his way over there, you can take that underneath route, underneath the top mid.
Sure, yeah, there is a cave there.
So someone could actually go over there, and if you outsnipe their sniper, he can go and steal that sniper.
And then potentially have 2 snipers as well as either a rocket or a Banshee.
Right. So I would do that, and then I would definitely try to get rockets over the Banshee. That's just me personally. I'm not exactly the best Banshee flyer. I know a lot of you guys are out there like Maverick and Goose when you fly that thing, but that's not me. So I'd like to get the rocket launcher.
Yeah, me neither. I think I talked about it a little bit in my Daybreak article that was on Waypoint this week, but the Banshee's not also that easy to fly on this map, especially because, first of all, everyone's got plasma pistols in their loadouts. Mm-hmm. Secondly, there's a very low ceiling. We're going to see it in Capture the Flag if it's effective, but Vartan, once again, let's see. I'm hoping that Vartan is here to grab the sniper rifle, open up with that battle, and see if he does.
I honestly don't know, is he a good sniper?
I don't know either. That's what I was hoping to find out.
He looks like he's going for the Banshee over here.
Yeah, undoubtedly has mobility with that as long as he's going, but looks like he had 2 teammates there, but unfortunately the Banshee is jacked.
So these people pulled a race to the Banshee with the mongoose, and then they clearly had a Warthog back them up.
Yeah, that's a really nice opening there. Looks like despite Vartan, actually, I think him and his teammate right there, Cold, you saw, actually won that race. They were not able to come away with the vehicles, but of course this is Capture the Flag, so you got to turn that into a flag cap.
Yeah, and as you look at that, no one's gone for the rockets yet. Actually, I think someone just picked them up.
Actually, no, that waypoint indicator just went away, so I think someone did just grab the rockets right here. Vartan doubling back. Ooh, almost a Warthog run there. Very dangerous. Looks like the getaway driver could have been in a little bit better position.
Yeah, no, the back door there is what actually reminds me a little bit about Standoff. It's like that really cool alleyway where you could park the Warthog and hopefully your flag carrier can come pick you up. Right. Behind the base is this nice back door exit.
Gotcha. Let's see. Now with 11 seconds left on this blue flag, if I may be able to pick that up. There's a lot of different entryways into this base. As we see, there's that slit in the top. There's actually a top drop down the back door, like you said. So once you do pull that flag, or even if you're running it back to your base, there's also a lot of options that are presented in terms of ways to get in and out of the bases with the flag.
Yeah, there's at least 4 different ways in, and even more if you include the ways that lead to the other ways. I mean, it's kind of like that side entry where you just got rocketed. There's 2 doors there that lead to another door.
Right.
So the maps the bases actually have a lot of options in and out. And if you look at it right now, this battle up there in that spine area, a nice hit marker with that grenade, so you know someone is up there somewhere.
Right. And as we see in the chat, someone had asked a CSR question. What would the CSR matching range for CSR 30 be? And they said for Team Throwdown. So it doesn't matter if it's Team Throwdown specific. Any team-based playlist, what the matchmaking does is immediately looks for 7 or however many other players who are level 30. So immediately you'll be ranked and also matched with players who are at that CSR level.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, CSR. Man, I'm totally excited to hop on tomorrow. Everyone's CSR is going to get reset. Everyone's going to have that fresh, clean slate.
Yeah, it'll be pretty cool, especially in each playlist. You're going to be facing off people who might be, they could be legitimate level 50, and you're not going to know. So it is that kind of that fresh start that is going to be really cool about it.
Yep. Yeah, it's really good. But meanwhile, in this game right here, it's 0-0, and looks like blue team grabbed the flag. Actually, both flags are out of the base right now.
Right. Yeah, and it looks like Vartan running into some trouble here along the Rocket Cave side. Staying alive somehow, 3 players shooting against him, doing a nice job to distract, but unable to take any players with him.
Yeah, those outside lanes, especially the one over by the Rocket Cave, is really exposed. So if you get caught out there with your pants down, it might be really rough as far as people shooting you with all sorts of precision weapons.
Absolutely. Looks like the red flag is out. 30 seconds left on it. We can't tell right now how far away that is, but it looks like it actually might be a reasonable distance for him, enough that he might want to go get a grab on it now with 20 seconds left. Wouldn't be surprised if him and a teammate tried to grab that, but he might have gotten a call out just now that there are players in his base grabbing his flag. So it looks like that red flag is actually going to go ahead and return without anyone able to grab it.
Yeah, as you see these bases and how kind of tight they are, it's flag carriers can usually just sit inside for a little bit instead of rushing outside.
Right.
You're kind of in a bank situation and the cops are outside keeping you inside, but in a way that's probably the best thing to do is just sit inside, and if someone actually tries to come in and get you, it's close quarters, you can probably one-hit melee them
definitely, yeah.
and shoot them up with the pistol. So wait for your teammates. You may not always want to just rush outside.
Yeah, I think it's twofold. Like you said, one reason is that you have that flag melee lunge and damage, but also there's so many different doorways where you can juke people. So definitely a good idea if you want to play patiently. It's not like something like Blood Gulch where you had to run the flag out immediately and there was no advantage. There's actually a small advantage to staying within the space and waiting for your team to help you.
Yeah, especially so. I mean, and you could tell when your teammates are not alive or, we got a flag run here going with the Warthog. What's Vartan going to do? How's he going to slow this down? So it looks like red team's caps that right there. So it's 1-0 red, but blue team has the flag. It's out. They got to grab that thing and try to counter cap.
Yeah, a nice job there. And someone had asked the question, just to clarify, your SR rank, all your stats, all that good stuff will not be reset. No. Only your CSR, and that's the level that you are ranked and matched on, is going to be reset. So everyone's going to have a fresh rating there, but don't worry, everything else is going to stay intact.
Yeah, you get to keep all of your awesome goodies and stuff that you've worked over the past months.
Right, yeah, absolutely. So now still 1-0, just under 5 minutes left in this match, and now Vartan is up on this top ridge area or the spine or top tree. You see, he uses that to get all the way across top middle, and his teammate does have the Banshee. That's going to give him a significant advantage.
Yeah, let's see if they could pull out some Banshee maneuvers here to help support the team. And that flag that actually was out, we got reset now. So, and the blue team, the red team actually just grabbed the flag again, is trying to run it, and so is the red team as well.
Yeah, so both flags are out, as you said. Vartan using the jetpack to get up here. On some of these maps, the jetpack isn't your best option. However, like we said, because there is so much verticality of this top mid area, jetpack is a really good idea as Vartan kind of tiptoes around here being a little bit of a monkey in that tree.
Yeah, definitely. How many monkeys can you get in that tree? But when you think about it, what do you think is the best spot to hold down and control?
I think if we're talking about captures, nice job there. He gets that flag carrier and is going to try to run this in. Nice job with the flag.
Nice. Banshee melee that.
Oh,
nice. He got a hit marker on that melee. That Banshee's feeling that, dude. He's feeling it.
He's going to, of course, cap that. So a nice job there. Vartan going head-to-head with the Banshee, not afraid. A nice job there.
He's not scared.
But I think in terms of control, it's not, of course, easier said than done. But and also let's take a note right here that Vartan is actually able to get up to that ledge on this side. So this side has the bridge as well as that jump. The other side has the man cannon. So although asymmetrical, there was definitely an attempt to balance those two.
Right. So I guess back to the other question, CTF. Where do you think is the best place to hold down? Like right here in the spine there, top mid.
I think top mid is very important to control. But once you have that controlled, in the same way that you would do it on an arena-style map, you kind of choose left or right side, right? You choose rockets or Banshee to lock down. So if you want to run the flag rockets, you get that top mid control. The flag gets pulled. As you start to run that flag rockets, I'd like to see everyone kind of block spawns on rocket side, lock down middle, and that flag comes around in the arc. You could also do it on the Banshee side, but I think just holding down top middle or just holding down one of the sides wouldn't be enough. You kind of really want to balance and lock it down as if it were a lane.
Yeah, and you need to have teammates definitely crossing opponents when you get in those side lanes.
Exactly.
And I think honestly the lane that I would use or try to hold down more and that I've had success with is actually the one with the rocket lane over there by the cave. Yeah. It's definitely more open, but your shot you could get a couple shots on people as they enter that area if you're expecting them. Whereas over on the other side, the Banshee side, the rocky outcropping area over there, you can get people that can surprise you pretty easily. They can come out with automatic weapons. I found it to be a little bit harder to hold down.
Yeah, I agree. Now 2-1 in favor of the red team. Looks like Vartan's going to get this flag capture again. As you see his teammates letting him know he needs to grab that. But that is going to give another 35-second reset on that flag. So we will have time to grab that. And it looks like if he can walk that back into his base, that's going to be it, of course. We're playing up to 3 flags on this map.
Yeah, and now they just got to do everything they can to try to matriculate that flag down, the whole map to get it into the base. And it's almost like a tug-of-war battle.
Yeah, look how smart Barton is there playing that. He puts some grenades on the hog and then stays alive. I almost ate my own words there. Stays alive. He's going to wait for his shield to come back, but he sees he has that 12 seconds to get that flag touch. So he might have waited too long, though. He definitely could have came around that corner and got a touch. Instead, he tried to take out the Warthog, but it might bite him in the butt. Let's see how much time is left on that reset when he responds.
Yeah, it's tough to come back from when someone has a fuel rod.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is going to be a defeat. That is 3-1.
Wow.
The red team goes ahead and wins that. And it looks like even if Varden was able to get that flag touch, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, that was pretty lights out play there by the red team. How they handled there. They had the Banshee right out the gate. They went and grabbed the Banshee, controlled the Banshee. It was a pretty tough sledding there from the blue team.
Right. And someone has asked with win-based leveling, is it going to take more games to rank up in as you get higher? And the answer to that is we can't say a definite yes or no, but throughout the entire system, it should take quite a while to rank up. So it doesn't mean that it's going to take 40 games to get to your next level when you're at a certain level, but there was a definitely conscious effort to make sure that players who get that, especially in the win-loss playlist, if you're earning a level 50, it was well earned.
Yeah, we've run quite a few simulations on CSR leading up to this moment, and how fast you rank up honestly depends on you.
Yeah, it does. Especially in the beginning, you're going to see, obviously, there's going to be players of all skills tossed into the mix. So players might be ranking up pretty fast, but of course, you're going to have to be winning to rank up.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so the next match we're going to be looking at right away is going to be King of the Hill. So we'll see where this first hill is. Of course, top, middle. Let's see if Varden's going to grab this sniper battle this time. He's going to grab that and move up to this bridge, taking a look for the enemy sniper. Of course, he's going to want to be very careful because whoever wins this sniper battle, Quinn, is definitely going to get control of this top hill.
Yeah, I definitely like being the sniper on the blue team.
And he connects right there. Really nice job, jumping headshot. Expected the enemy, and hits a snapshot there. Finishes it with the BR. Really great opening here for Vartan as he picks up 2 kills there. A nice job there. Very similar, as we said, to the pit where you have that player was watching top middle. Vartan jumps over and gets this jumping brainer.
Yeah, so he's got to worry about this Banshee now. He's trying to stay low and not show up on the motion. Nice attack in the hill there with that snipe. So he's just sitting out there. You don't really want to go into that hill so hastily when you have a sniper rifle.
Right, and a nice job there as he picks up that kill. Really impressive play from him so far. And he picks up the second snapshot. So
you should just drop the controller right now, bro. That was the sickest thing you've ever done.
Let's see if he can turn and hit this.
Just get up and walk away. It's like game over. Like you guys just won.
Let's see, and they actually have taken the lead as the result of Vartan's slaying is finally paying off now. Picks up that nice job, really on a terror here. Unfortunately, though, his team is only up 15-6. Though he's been on quite a rampage, but his team hasn't been in the hill the entire time.
Yeah, he's got a highlight reel going over here, and it looks like his team now has Banshee control, whereas earlier that wasn't the case. The red team had the Banshee.
Yep. So now 19-8 is going to want to swing over to this E hill as soon as he can. But at first, he has to take off this player who is
really confusing Vartan with his play right now. Vartan doesn't know how to handle that, so well done for that good and faithful Spartan.
Turn around and just sprint away. Finally gets taken out. That's his first death of the game, of course. A nice job from here. Let's see. So someone asked, will each playlist have its own separate competitive skill rank? That is absolutely true. If you want to see the full breakdown of which playlists are coming out next week, as well as how those will be ranked, you can check that out in the latest Halo Bulletin at HaloWaypoint.com. That's the April 3rd Bulletin. But we've worked together to establish a list of playlists that are based on win-loss and a list of playlists that are based on your individual performance, regardless of whether or not you win the match. And that's how those are going to be divided. But yes, your team doubles ranking will, of course, be totally separate from your Griffball ranking, which will be separate from snipers and so on.
That is correct. So the hill looks like it's gone back here to the top mid area. And, someone was being assassinated there. Vartan saved his buddy and got the showstopper medal. And he's just sitting there, like we said earlier, he's just slaying people right now until the very end right there.
And for those of you who might be checking out the chat, we have Green Skull, a very popular community member who makes some awesome videos. He's got also early access to the castle map. So when we announce these 10 castle map pack winners at the end of the stream, he's actually going to be hosting lobbies so you guys can all get together. So make sure to stick. Yeah, it's pretty big shout out to Green Skull for doing that. So just if you guys might be joining us for the first time, we're live today from 343 Industries showing off the castle map pack. This comes live to Xbox Live tomorrow morning. But if you want to hop on Twitter and use the click to tweet link in the description, you can use that Halo 4 Castle hashtag, which is going to enter you automatically to win this map pack, not only for free, but you'll get early access. You can play tonight and hop in with the 9 other winners, as well as Green Skull.
Can I do that on mobile? Because I don't even have the maps yet. How did he get them?
I don't have them either.
I'm about to get my phone out. Start doing that.
We got to start tweeting.
I want to win.
Okay, so we got 57-43 in King of the Hill. Vartan's team is still ahead here as he's doing a nice job. He's going to get this reload. It looks like because of the player who's using that AR ran out of ammo, he's going to be able to pick that up. And right now, Vartan doing a really nice job of demonstrating how important it is to slay just outside of the hill.
Yeah, no, totally. And like back to that guy that was using the AR. I mean, that's the thing with the AR, the assault rifle, is it has a really shallow magazine. So I mean, if you need to really time when you're going to start shooting someone to be really close. That was actually an awesome grenade right there that just took out 2 blue players in the hill. Well done.
And someone has asked another question about CSR. Of course, CSR a big topic because competitive skill ranking in each individual playlist rank is coming to Halo 4 for the first time tomorrow morning. Someone wanted to know if teams are a match against teams, and that's depending on a playlist basis. On a lot of the team-based win-loss playlists, parties of 4 are matched up against parties of 4, so that you don't have to worry about that.
Yep.
So
now we've got the hill over in Rocket Cave, and so we've got a bunch of red players pushing in. Vartan's just outside trying to pick them off as they go in and try to make his way in. Now the hill is moved back up in the top mid area. So we've seen the hill move to over in the cave. We've seen it move here. We've seen it move over to the Banshee area, or as I like to call it, Fraggle Rock. It's all like outcropping and everything. So hey, that's a new call out. I'm telling you, Fraggle Rock right there.
You got it. If you guys are getting early access, make sure you started off right on the right foot with that Fraggle Rock call out.
Yeah, I want to see the hashtag Fraggle Rock.
Speaking of hashtags, for those of you who might be having trouble finding that click to tweet link, if you simply use the Halo 4 Castle hashtag as well as share a link to this stream, that's automatically going to enter you. So just feel free to do those things. If you can't find the link that might be in the description, that'll take care of you. That hashtag, of course, is in the bottom of the screen.
You see this that's what I love about King of the Hills, because it gives so much coverage on the map, and people get to play and learn the map, even in my opinion, a lot quicker than other game modes, because they have to move to that hill if they want to win.
Yeah, they do, and that's that Banshee once again in the air. Now, 86-83, Quinn. We have a little, actually tied 86. We have a little bit of a last-minute finish down to the wire, which is always good to see. The team's actually going back and forth, rotating in and out of the lead. But now Vartan has a ton of cover behind this banister. That's going to be a ton of points if you can grab all 20 seconds that are left.
Yeah, and you see, like that was the smart play by him. Is if the hill comes up right around where you are, you should probably get in there. Even if you're like the Slayer on your team, which Barton usually is.
Right.
Is he made the smart team decision? Is like, hey, you know what? I know that I'm usually the Slayer guy, but the hill is right here. I got to get in and start getting points before my team, so my team shows up. And we've already got the points.
Looks like a little lockout-style drop down there. Most people might not think right away to drop down a lift, but he knows if you quickly crouch around that outer edge, you can actually drop down and catch an opponent by surprise. That's given his team a huge lead now, up 113 to 96. He's going to want to get in this hill, though. The hills just switch from base to base, so he's going to want to get across the map as soon as he can, and of course play very careful as he pushes in here. But great point, Quinn, about being a selfless player, really just immediately identifying the objective, and if you're the closest one, you need to grab it.
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes it's hard, right? Especially if you're in a killing spree, if you're doing an awesome job. Sometimes it's really hard just getting that hill, but it really helps your team win. And if you care about your CSR and you want to get those wins, you got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely. So now still neck and neck here. Just over 3 minutes left in the match. The blue team's up by 7. We're going to have, looks like at least 2 more hills in the rest of this game, unless the blue team's able to get every single second. Nice shots there from Barton as he's once again controlling the center of the map, and now he's going to need to push into the hill because Red's team is getting all this time, and if they do get all this time, they will be right back in the match.
Yeah, no, he's doing a really good job of timing his shots with jumping and shooting at the same time, which, you know, it's not necessarily the most difficult thing to do, but at the same time, not a lot of players do it. So if you could actually get good at timing your shots and jumping at the same time with your precision weapons, it'll make you that much harder to hit and kill.
Especially on a new map like this, you know, to have the awareness of exactly where you should be jumping and where the hill is and where another player might be. Mm-hmm. Now, his team is getting right back in this. There's 7 seconds left. They're going to grab, looks like, just about all this time, and they're actually going to go ahead of the lead. Next hill is A. Ooh, and get stuck in the face right there. Look at this cross-map stick. Oh, my goodness.
That was straight John Elway style. And all the people like, John Elway, he's so old, man. I know. John Elway's good, all right? Don't hate on John Elway reference.
So now his team is down by a little bit. This top hill, aptly one of the final hills that we're watching here, and actually going to be defeat right there. It looks like that stick in the face was actually, that could have been game-changing. Barton would have moved from that hill and gone up to top middle.
No, that was I will say, pretty awesome. Whoever did that should put that in their file share because that was sweet. That was sweet. But the other thing that I will say that we showed at the stream is people that are going to be playing this map in Team Objective and also in the Castle playlist that comes out tomorrow is some of those really cool like spots where you could hide and get cover in the hill, especially on blue base.
Yeah, Barton right there going 27-9. A really nice job there. Once again, a slaying force, but unable to close that game
definitely.
out. So that's actually going to be the last match that we watched today. We got to check out 2 matches and a nice fly-through of each map that's coming with the Castle Map Pack. But you and I are going to talk a little bit about what's coming next week. Of course, we've been talking about competitive skill rank and CSR all stream. Once again, if you guys have any more questions, head to that Halo Bulletin. Also, head to the Halo Waypoint forums. We'll be in there all week answering your questions. Also, the CSR Challenge, if you might just be joining us, get a level 35 in the Castle Team DLC playlist, and you're good. We're also going to want to announce the winners that actually won. We're right now about to check out who won.
No, that's definitely true. And the other thing is that we're going to talk about this week is we actually have challenges that are a little bit easier to get, but actually have bigger payout. So, for example, starting tomorrow, you have like win 3 games of extraction matches. So you can find that in Team Objective.
Right.
And you win that, you'll get 7,500 experience points. And then Tuesday is Oddball. Win 3 matches of Oddball.
Cool.
Wednesday is three matches of Slayer. Thursday is CTF. And so it's all 3 matches. Every day of this week is actually you just win 3 matches of those game types.
Cool.
And you get 7,500 experience.
Cool. So players who might be trying out those game modes for the first time will be incentivized to kind of hop around the Halo 4 playlist.
Yeah, most
yeah, and if you have friends who might, who have picked up the game and might not be playing at this time, might be a really good way to also pick up your SR rank while you play through this weekend. The ton of new items coming as well as Rumble Pit and Multi-Team. They're coming to Halo Week next week. And we also have a rerun of Spartan Ops Season 1. If you haven't played through Spartan Ops, it's going to be starting next week, and you can play through this entire encore each week the next episode. So thank you guys so much for checking out this stream today. We're going to check out the winners right now who have actually won the Castle Map Pack today. So these are your Twitter names. Congrats to everyone on this list. Let's see, who has the coolest name, Quinn?
Oh, man, let me read through these right now. Kind of like Catfish, that's pretty sweet. But Chauncey.
Chauncey's a good name. The Emo Penguin.
I don't even know. I mean, what is an emo penguin?
An emotional penguin.
I guess. I mean,
Penguin.
penguins already wear black all the time, so. I mean, I guess that's fitting. That's pretty. Kids got a sticky. Nice. I like that.
He has a stinky, actually.
Oh, stinky. Yeah, maybe I should learn how to read. Man, I guess I'll go back to my janitorial duties here at 343.
So, a big congrats to each of those winners. Make sure you check your Twitter DMs. Make sure you're also following @Halo Waypoint on Twitter if you want to get that code. If you're not following Halo Waypoint, you just won. I don't even know what to tell you. You might not be getting the code.
No.
You need to follow them right now. Alrighty. So, thank you guys so much for checking out. Quinn, thank you for joining me today, checking out the Castle Map Pack stream. I know you and I are going to be online this week in Halo 4, and we hope to see all of you there, live from 343. For Quinn Del Hoyo, my name is Bravo. Thank you.